Hi and good day, madam. My name is Devamala Dr. Kumar. My matrix number is 211240244. Today I am going to present about introduction of my group assignment. Finance refers to the activity of direct financing or finance for any sort of spending. It involves directing different sources of funding such as credit, loans, and investment money to the business that can use them most effectively. Banking, budgeting, saving, using credit and debt, and investing make up the foundation of finance. Public investment, finance reporting, and consumer lending are the three main divisions of finance. Social finance and behavioral finance are so much more recent subdivisions of finance. To put it another way, finance is a means to use the time value of money (TVM) to imply predicted future cash flow for initiatives that are started today. The company we choose to do our group assignment is Sime Darby Bhd. Some of the most well-known companies in the automotive and manufacturing industries choose to work with Sime Darby Bhd. Investment holding company Sime Darby Bhd. Operates in commerce, medical, and transport industry. The biggest company in Malaysia and one of the biggest Southeast Asia is Sime Darby Bhd. Its broad market operations span a variety of sectors with plantation owners including oil palm and rubber is the company's original business. Tire manufacturing, industrial loads and automobile allocation, commercial real estate, electricity production and civil works serving the core business. Fabrication of paint, freezer products, tourism and travel business. Hospitals and golf courses are some additional business activities. And the mission of Sime Darby is develop to satisfy the demands and expectation of the customer. They must develop and provide services and products with the utmost professionalism. The company Sime Weber had values people who uphold the values of respect and responsibility as well as integrity, excellence and enterprise. Sime Weber had aims to be the topest healthcare provider in Asia by offering its clients world-class care and high-quality results while also assuring the organization as sustainability is their vision of Sime Diary.
Hello to madam. I am Pwendra Nair. I am from class 22A and my medic number is 211242322. So now I would like to explain about the vertical and horizontal analysis of Sime Darby Sdn Bhd 2018 and 2019. First of all, the trend of Sime Darby total asset is increasing throughout the years 2018. In where the total asset was reported about 27,491 and 675 and were increased to 28,507 and 722 in 2019, which is an increasement of 103% in 2019. Even though a percentage of earnings will be eventually will be distributed as a dividend to shareholders, but the Sime Darby's profit over the course for these 3 years were more than anticipated or hoped. This is due to the fact that the business has expanded due to the internal operations. Next is about the liabilities. The liabilities increased tremendously. For example, the total amount liabilities was 11,117,873 ringgit, but for coming 2019, the amount increased to 12,647, which is an increasement of 113%. As we can see that the borrowing also increased from 6,489,398 in 2018 to 7,744,927 in 2019. It is because the reason is tax. During the crisis, the government had changed tax and fiscal policies in business sectors. Since the supply chain and distribution were effects, Sime Darby was lack of income. So to prevent the Sime Darby standstill, the tax reduction, uh, the borrowing were increased. Perhaps Sam Derby purchased most of the goods on credit in order to conserve their cash. Next is about the equity pattern. The pattern initially decreased by 97.2%, in where it is decreased from 16,313,802 in 2018 to 15,860 722 in 2019. While other elements, for example, like the retained earnings before tax, depreciation, and amortization in 2018 was 3,872 983 and 1,611 899 in 2019. This is because the Sime Darby experienced an operating loss that year, which resulted in the company paying out more dividends to shareholders than the net income for that accounting period.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Arif Haikal bin Ramizul. My metric number is 211240302 and I would like to explain about the vertical and horizontal analysis of the financial statements of Sime Darby Berhad for the year 2019 and 2020. Sime Darby Sdn Bhd's total assets are expected to decline in 2019 and 2020. Total assets were ringgit in 2018 and ringgit in 2019, a loss of almost 99.34%. Sime Darby Sdn Bhd's profit in 2020 has declined slightly from the profit in 2019, despite the fact that a portion of the money will be distributed to shareholders as dividends. Productivity has declined in the industry as a result of workforce constraints caused by border restrictions and a restricted supply. The company's net assets have decreased compared to the previous year. As a result, the company cannot continue to grow. Another reason is the revenue increased from 12,062,266 ringgit in 2019 to 13,081,128 ringgit in 2020. Because of the revenue increase, there is no need for the company to borrow an additional amount to cover the expenses. In terms of equity, the pattern initially increased by 102.58%, which is from 15,860,722 ringgit in 2019 to 16,269,748 ringgit in 2020. The retained earnings before interest, tax, depreciation and amortization in 2019 is 1,611,899 ringgit and 3,313,921 ringgit in 2020 because Sime Darby experienced an operating income that year.
For the financial ratios aspects of Sime Darby Sdn Bhd, the operating margin ratio in 2019 is 4.3% and 3.3% in 2018. This shows that the company has improving gross margin or increase in sales faster than costs. Quick ratios in 2019 is 49.70% and 16.31.3% in 2018. This can be seen in the increase in cash from 17.23 million ringgit in 2019 and 16.72 million ringgit in 2018. The debt equity ratio of 2019 slightly decreased relatively from 17.0% to 19.6% in 2018. These changes happened due to massive increase in profit after tax from 685 million ringgit in 2018 to 1010 million ringgit in 2019. For the return on average shareholders' equity ratio, Sime Darby Sdn Bhd jumped down from 7.4% in 2018 to 9.5% in 2019. For basic earnings per share, Sime Darby owners suffered from massive loss in their investment when in 2018 the basic earnings per share is 13.9 cent from 28.2 cent in 2019. This might give indication to investors to stop investing in Sime Darby. The working capital ratio of Sime Darby for 2019 is 30.25% and 10.33.5% in 2018. This shows the company's capabilities of covering its debt with its current working capital, making it easier for it to pay debts. Thank you.
A very good evening to Madam. My name is Hasha Devi Vijayakumar. My metric card number is 2112422319. Today I would like to explain about findings of the ratio analysis for Sime Darby Sdn Bhd. Okay, the current ratio for Sime Darby from 2018, 2019, 2020. For 2018, it's 1.54. For 2019, it's 1.57. For 2020, it's 1.52. From here, we can conclude that 2019 has the highest current ratio, which is 1.57. So next is quick ratio for 2018, 2019 and 2020. For 2018, it's 0.69. For 2019, it's 0.63. For 2020, it's 0.61. So from here we can see that uh, year 2018 has the highest quick ratio, which is 0.69. For total asset turnover, for Sime Darby company, okay, here we can see for 3 years, 2018, 2019 and 2020. Okay, first of all, the formula for calculate a total asset turnover is sales divided by total asset. From here we can see that revenue for 2018 is 33 828 million. For 2019, it's 36 156 million. For 2020, it's 36 934 million. So for total asset, I already mentioned here, and for overall the total asset turnover for 2018 is 1.35. 2019 is 1.42, 2020 it's 1.36. So from here we can see that 2019 has the highest turn, total asset turnover, which is 1.42. For fixed asset turnover, Sime Darby company, fixed asset turnover formula is sales divided by fixed asset. So from here we can see for 3 years, 2018, 2019 and 2020. So the fixed asset turnover for after divided by sales and fixed asset, for 2018 it's 2.40, for 2019 it's 2.40, and for 2020 it's 2.53. So here to the year 2020 has the highest fixed asset turnover, which is 2.53. For inventory turnover, Sime Darby company, the formula for calculate inventory turnover is cost of goods sold divided by inventory. Here to the for from here 2018, the inventory turnover calculation for 2018 is 4.59. For 2019, it's 4.09. For 2020, it's 4.28. So overall, from here we can conclude that 2018 has the highest inventory turnover, which is 4.59. For average collection period, year 2018, it's 48. For 2019, it's 41. For 2020, it's 39. From here, we can see that 2018 as the highest average collection period calculation. The formula for average collection period calculation is accuracy times by 360 credit sales. For debt ratio, I've calculated for 3 years. So the formula that I had used for calculate debt ratio is total debt divided by total assets. So after calculate all of these, debt ratio for 2018 it's 0.427. For 2019 it's 0.408. For 2020 it's 0.407. So from here we can see that 2018 has the highest reading debt ratio reading, which is 0.427. For debt to equity, the formula for calculating debt to equity is total debt divided by equity. For 3 years, I have calculated here. For 2018, after divided by total debt and equity, the calculation for the total amount for debt to equity is 0.69 for 2018. For 2019 is 0.68. For 2020 is 0.78. So from here we can clearly see that 2020 has the highest reading, debt to equity reading, which is 0.78. For equity ratio, the equity ratio calculation method is total equity divided by total asset. So here I have mentioned for 3 years, which is 2018, 2019, and 2020. So after divided by total equity and total asset, the equity ratio for 2018 is 0.59. For 2019 0.59. For 2020 it's 0.56. So from here we can see that 2018 and 2019 has the highest uh, equity ratio reading, which is 0.59. For operating profit margin, the formula for calculate operating profit margin is earning before interest and tax EBIT divided by total revenue. Okay, after divided by earning before interest and total revenue, the total amount for operating profit margin for 2018 is 3.3. For 2019 it's 4.3. For 2020 it's 4.1. So from here we can see that 2019 has the highest reading for operating profit margin. Net profit margin. Net profit margin formula is earning after and tax EAT divided by total revenue. So here I have calculated for 3 years. After divided by earning after and tax and total revenue, the net profit margin for 2018 is 2.0, 2019 it's 2.8, and 2020 it's 2.36. So from here we can see that 2019 has the highest reading for net profit margin, which is 2.8. Return on asset. For return on asset, the formula for calculate ROA is earning after and tax EAT divided by total asset. So after divided by both of these, the return on asset amount for 2018 it's 2.75. For 2019 it's 3.69. For 2020 it's 3.2. So the high from here we can see that the highest return on asset reading for 2019, so which is 3.96. For gross profit margin, the formula is gross profit divided by total revenue. So here the gross profit margin for 2018 is 2.3, 2019 is 3.4, 2020 is 3.3. So from here we can see that 2019 has the highest gross profit margin reading, which is 3.4. For return on equity, the formula for calculate return on equity is earning after and tax divided by total equity. So the return on equity amount for 2018 is 4.64, 2019 is 6.7, which is highest, 2020 is 5.7. So that's all from me. Thank you.
Good morning, madam. My name is Harris Raj. For my part, as for the conclusion, Sime Darby properties ratio in 2019 are significantly better than those in 2020. This is because 2019 has a low inventory, more significant cost of goods sold, higher sales, and total assets. Long-term debt and general obligation in 2020 will be significantly larger than in 2019. The business can take various actions to increase profit in order to get back on track. As a real estate developer, they can start building in an under area as a long-term business strategy. They might form a partnership to spread the risk and boost their efficiency. So, thank you.